Hey there. Welcome back to Kingdom on Wall Street. I'm your host, Starkey Robertson, and this is where we talk about faith, business, stewardship, and what it really looks like to build what God has placed in your hands. If you're a Christian entrepreneur, business owner, or you're simply trying to become more disciplined and intentional with your kingdom assignment, you're in the right place. Before we get into today's conversation, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you valuable new content throughout the week as we build an ongoing conversation around kingdom business, entrepreneurship, stewardship, and purpose. Subscribing to this channel is by far the easiest way to stay connected. And grab a pen and paper for this one. Because today we're talking about making your business more valuable. And when I say valuable, I'm not just talking about making your company worth more money. I'm talking about something bigger. How useful is your business? How trusted is your business? How difficult would your business be to replace? How much better are your customers because your business exists? How much opportunity does your business create? That's value. And I believe kingdom entrepreneurs should be thinking about value constantly because business, at its core, is an exchange of value. We solve problems, we serve people, we create things, we organize resources. And when we do those things well, value is created. So today, I want to give you 5 ways to make your business more valuable. Let's get into it. Number 1, solve the problem better. This sounds simple, but I want you to really think about it. Why does your business exist? Somebody has a problem, desire, need, inconvenience, or objective, and your business exists somewhere in the process of helping them address it. So, one of the fastest ways to become more valuable is to become better at solving that problem. Not necessarily by adding more products, not necessarily by becoming bigger, better. Suppose you're a landscaper. Your customer doesn't simply want someone who can cut grass. They may want their property to consistently look good without having to think about it. That's a bigger understanding of the problem. Suppose you're a bookkeeper. Your customer doesn't simply need numbers entered into software. They may need confidence that they actually understand what's happening financially in their business. Suppose you own a restaurant. People don't only need food. They may want convenience, consistency, hospitality, a place where their family enjoys gathering. The better you understand what the customer is actually trying to accomplish, the more valuable your business can become. So ask your customers, what frustrates you about this process? What could we make easier? What do you wish companies in our industry did differently? What matters most to you? Listen, sometimes the next major improvement to your company is sitting inside a customer complaint. And instead of becoming defensive, you can say, there's information here. That's stewardship. We're taking what has been entrusted to us and making it better. Number 2, become easier to do business with. This is one of the most underrated ways to create value. Sometimes the best company doesn't win. The easiest company wins. Can people understand what you offer? Can they find your pricing or request a quote? Can they contact you? Do you answer? Can they schedule an appointment? Can they pay easily? Do they know what happens after they purchase? Can they get help when something goes wrong? Every unnecessary obstacle makes your business less valuable to the customer. Think about your own life. You've probably been ready to spend money somewhere and eventually said, forget it. The website didn't work, nobody answered, the instructions didn't make sense. The process required too many steps. You couldn't figure out what to do next. That business had a customer ready to buy and created enough friction to lose them. Don't do that. Walk through your own customer journey. Start from the beginning. Pretend you've never heard of your company. Search for it. Visit the website. Try the contact form. Try purchasing something. Try scheduling. Read the confirmation. Do it on your phone. Ask, where is this unnecessarily difficult? Then remove friction. Sometimes increasing value doesn't require creating something new. Sometimes it means making what already exists easier to access. Number three, build trust into the business. Trust is an asset. And I would argue that for a kingdom business, this should be one of our strongest assets. If people trust your company, that has value. They believe you'll show up. They believe you'll deliver. They believe you'll tell them the truth. They believe you'll protect their information. They believe the price won't mysteriously change. They believe that if something goes wrong, you'll deal with it responsibly. You can't manufacture that with a logo. You build it transaction by transaction. Do what you say you're going to do. Be honest when you can't. Set realistic expectations. Communicate. Fix mistakes. Don't hide fees. Don't exaggerate. Don't promise results you can't guarantee. And here's something I think Christian entrepreneurs should take especially seriously. Our faith should make integrity more important, not less. Putting a Bible verse on the wall doesn't make a business trustworthy. Behavior does. If we're publicly identifying ourselves as followers of Christ, then the way we conduct business matters. Not because Christian business owners will be perfect. We won't. But when we make mistakes, integrity determines what happens next. Do we hide? Do we blame? Do we make excuses? Or do we say, we got this wrong? Here's how we're going to make it right. Trust compounds. And over time, a trusted company can become significantly more valuable than a company selling the exact same thing. Number four, build something that works beyond you. This is where we move from customer value into enterprise value. If everything in your business depends entirely on you, then much of the value is actually trapped inside you. You know how everything works. You know every customer. You know every password. You know every process. You know every vendor. You know how to fix every problem. That's impressive, but it's also a limitation. Because what happens when you're unavailable? A more valuable business begins capturing that knowledge. Document the process, create templates, build systems, organize customer information, automate repeatable tasks, establish procedures, train people, create standards. The goal isn't to remove yourself from your business tomorrow. The goal is to make the business less dependent on information existing exclusively inside your head. Think about the difference. One entrepreneur says, nobody can do this but me. Another entrepreneur says, I created a process that allows other qualified people to produce the standard our customers expect. Which business has greater capacity? Usually the second. And here's the kingdom principle underneath that. If God entrusts you with greater opportunity, you need greater capacity to steward it. Systems help create capacity. You may be able to personally serve 10 people extremely well, but if you're eventually called to serve 10,000, the structure has to change. That's not becoming less personal, that's building the capacity necessary to serve more people well. Number five, create value beyond the transaction. This is where I think kingdom businesses can become extraordinary. A customer gives you money. You provide a product or service. That's the transaction. But does the value stop there? Maybe your business also teaches. Maybe you create useful educational content. Maybe you create jobs. Maybe you train young people. Maybe you refer customers to other small businesses. Maybe you mentor entrepreneurs. Maybe your business supports community initiatives. Maybe your company helps other businesses discover opportunities. Maybe your employees develop skills that make them more valuable throughout their careers. Maybe your company becomes a connector. Now, the business is producing value in multiple directions. Customers receive value. Employees receive value. Vendors receive value. Other businesses receive value. The community receives value. And yes, the owner should receive value too. Kingdom business isn't about building companies that can't make money because they give everything away. A business needs revenue. It needs margin. It needs reserves. It needs sustainability. It needs the ability to invest It needs the ability to grow. Profit and purpose are not automatically enemies. The question is, what are we doing with what has been entrusted to us? That's stewardship. Imagine two businesses selling essentially the same product. Business A completes the transaction. That's it. Business B completes the transaction, treats people exceptionally well, creates jobs, develops employees, supports other businesses, makes introductions, teaches customers, participates in the community, and consistently operates with integrity. Which company is creating more value? That's the kind of thinking I want us to bring into kingdom entrepreneurship. Don't only ask, how can my business become more profitable? Ask, how can my business become more useful? Because usefulness creates value, and value can create opportunity for sustainable profit. Now, here's an exercise I want you to do. Write down these 5 words: problem, access, trust, systems, impact. Now, score your business from 1 to 5 in each category. How well do you solve the customer's real problem? 1 through 5. How easy are you to do business with? 1 through 5. How much trust have you built? 1 through 5. How strong are your systems? 1 through 5. How much value does your business create beyond the immediate transaction? 1 through 5. Now look at your scores. Don't beat yourself up over the lowest number. That's not the purpose. Look at it as opportunity. If you scored yourself a 2 on systems, great. Now you know where value can be created. If you scored a 3 on customer experience, there's room. If you scored a 1 on community impact, you don't need to launch a foundation tomorrow. Start small. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is intentional improvement. And there's one more way businesses become more valuable that connects several of these ideas. Become connected. A business that exists in isolation only knows the opportunities it can personally see. A connected business can discover customers, vendors, professionals, partnerships, referrals, knowledge, and opportunities through relationships. And that's one of the reasons we're building Ellen Tren. Ellen Tren is designed to strengthen connectivity across the Christian community and economy. We're building a place where Christians, Christian owned businesses, churches, professionals, and other applicable organizations can become easier to discover and connect. Because think about what we've been discussing. Maybe your company becomes more valuable by finding the right vendor. Maybe you need a professional with a particular skill. Maybe another entrepreneur needs exactly what your company provides. Maybe you can refer someone. Maybe there's an opportunity to collaborate. Maybe a church needs a service your business provides. Maybe you have an opportunity another Christian entrepreneur is equipped to fulfill. But first, we have to know each other exists. That's where Ellen Tren comes in. And right now, registration is free. If you're a Christian business owner, you can list your business for free. If you represent a church, you can list your church for free. So go to ellentren.com. That's ELENTREN.com. And the direct link is in the description below. Create your profile, establish your presence, list your business or church, and help us build the network. Ellen Tren is still new, which means we're actively building the community right now. So don't wait until everybody else arrives. Be part of building it. And once you're there, don't only ask, what can I get from this network? Ask, what value can I bring to it? Who can I help? Who can I refer? Who can I introduce? Who should know that my business exists? Who should I know exists? That's how a network becomes valuable. Again, registration is free, business and church listings are free, and the direct link to ellentren.com is in the description below. Now, I want to leave you with this. The goal isn't simply to build a bigger business. Build a better business, a more useful business, a more trusted business, a business capable of serving more people, a business that creates opportunity, a business that can operate with excellence, a business that reflects the values you say you believe. And if God chooses to increase what He's placed in your hands, continue stewarding the increase. Because value isn't just what your company is worth on paper. Value is also what becomes possible because your company exists. That's worth thinking about. So tell me what you think. Which of these five areas would create the most value in your business if you improved it right now? What's one thing your company provides that customers value more than you initially realized? And here's the big one. Beyond the money it generates, what do you want people to be able to say became better because your business existed? Put your answers down in the comment section and read what other entrepreneurs are saying. You may find an idea you can bring into your own company. You may discover another business worth knowing. And you may even recognize an opportunity to create value for somebody else. Don't only build something that sells. Build something that serves. Build something that solves. Build something that creates. Build something worth trusting. Build something valuable. And whatever good God chooses to produce through what He has placed in your hands, the glory belongs to Him. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.